propanol, then we are together and I fetch my isopropanol. Perhaps we just do today brief. Come on. Wow. Hello, Karina. Nice to see you.
Hi, Andreas.
Hi. Yeah, then we talk today about isopropanol or isopropyl alcohol. Do you know what this is doing in our body? From the chemical viewpoint. Do I have to explain you everything? That's easy chemistry. Okay. Aha. Haben wir noch einen? So, lass mich liegen. This is isopropyl alcohol, and in our body it will be oxidized to that. This is acetone. And this is a brilliant solvent. So up to now, we did not speak about morgellons. They seem to be polymeric structures. And this is a extremely potent solvent. Wow. And it more or less dissolutes everything. What is polymeric? What has a polymeric structure? And it might well be possible that they are spraying here something that has this morgellon structure. So they are strings which might have a self-consciousness, a kind of intelligence, a kind of artificial intelligence. And my idea that this acetone is dissoluting morgellons and they are removed out of our body. They may also contact this black goo stuff and we take it outside of our body. So who of you have some experience with this isopropyl alcohol? Who did it? Cheerio. So Anna, tell us, my love of my life.
It's very tiring. It's, yes, it's quite hard to drink it every day, but I start getting used to it. I drink it 2 times a day now.
Okay. You
Just
start you started breakfast?
Yeah, with you.
Yeah.
Now you told me to take it, so I do it, you know. I do everything you say.
Yes, me too.
Oh, it goes directly to my head. It's very tiring.
Okay,
But it's also a little bit fun.
okay. So this is a good sign because if you feel tired, something happens inside your body.
Yeah, I'm not sure if tiring is the right word. It just doesn't come into my head. Anstrengend.
It's a little bit elaborated. I would translate it to that. Do you have any feeling in your body? Did you recognize anything special?
My perception of time is changing.
In what mode?
Mm, I don't really have a feeling for time.
Okay, so me too. So the question is, what's the reason for that? Because we have more or less the same feelings, experience at the moment. So what's interesting, this echoes part 1 and part 2, yeah? So it becomes really slow at the moment. So I hear this music by Pink Floyd, and the music becomes slow. Or I process this information faster. And when you age, your processing becomes slower. So when your internal processing becomes faster, it seems that it returns, or turns around the aging process. Though this is what my experience now is. And for Anna, my aim is now get again 30. This was just for Anna. No misunderstanding, please. Yes. Any comments? Is it boring what I'm telling you? No. So I'm not a medical doctor. It's nothing what I do describe you. We just tell you our experience. It's just a study. You shall not do that for sure. Yeah. But we just tell you our experience. Though in order to survive now, we have to do everything to enhance our status of health. So we have to retreat ourselves now in the mountainside where it's not so cold, so probably on the south side of the Alps. And apart from that, we really have to learn how health really works. So this is a time to learn in any division you can think of. To use our brain in a more efficient way, to enhance our immune system, to learn about logical fallacies, trivium, about strategy, about the art of war. This is very basic. So we have to get now fit in the basics. Any questions? We are a very small group today, this evening. So you perhaps made the experience when you have some type of rubber stuff and you put in acetone, it dissolutes. So for my feeling, it's doing something very positive in our body. Yes, it's elaborating. It feels elaborating. But this is a precondition that it really works in our body. And my assumption is that this iPad goat stuff really comes down from dimension 7. So it's extremely useful to understand this iPad goat stuff. And so we discovered that we have to use isopropyl alcohol by reverse speech. So we extracted that information from iPad goat by reverse speech analysis. So we have 21 participants. You guys from Secret Service, I think you also learned a lot these days, is it? It would be a measure of courtesy just to switch on your camera and have a little discussion. Why not? So you probably recognized we are not as bad as you thought. Okay. Michael, you're from Secret Service? No?
No discussion.
No, please excuse my English.
You want to improve your English?
I said, please excuse my English. It's not so good.
Mine too.
Okay.
However, we have to start. Yeah.
Okay, we have to learn.
Yeah, without starting a process, we will never process it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So you're new here in this English channel, or do you also participate in our German channel?
The German, we every day my husband
Okay.
is looking at you. You see always the name Michael Herbenstein. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
And the first time in English now.
The first time in English now. Great.
Of course, we want to learn English.
Okay, so this is a English learning channel now for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you
The
from?
last day I saw a video from you that you explained how you learned English, and that was very good. you said all the time I hear English, and so I get the language.
Yeah. Perfect. Where are you from?
Schwarzwald, Offenburg,
Okay.
Freiburg.
Okay. So we are going to establish also a communication center or a meeting place near Stuttgart. At a village is called Gschwend. So it's top of a hill and a nice surrounding. And I think, yeah, this is the area where it seems to make sense to establish there also a meeting place, like in Kärnten, but for those who think they have to stay here. So we have to connect, we have to learn this connecting process. We have to learn how to organize ourselves to be strong and not participate in this violence, which will probably happen now or in a couple of weeks. So I expect it will become really violent. And you have to extract yourself out of these big cities. And you have to extract yourself from these people who had been vaccinated. Because this is a prophecy, yeah? Those who will be vaccinated now, they will feel that something is wrong.
Can you explain the word vaccinated? I don't know that. Vaccinated.
This is impfen in German.
Oh.
So it's a lot about vaccination. Yeah.
Okay.
And those who will get vaccinated now, they will hate those who didn't.
Yes. Okay.
And because they think they are doing that because they have to protect others. But this might be a lie, an outright lie. And so they feel, how you call it? So I don't know these negative words. Jealous, or what is night in English? Envy. And though they will attack you. And perhaps there are some tools to extract energy. So my assumption is people will not feel good after they get this vaccination. And yeah, the violence will break out, and you have to extract yourself from those people who are prepared to use violence against others. So you have to connect yourself with other people who build strong groups and are able to defend themselves. Because in these days, which will come, you have to connect yourself. You are lost when you will stay alone. And it's always better to choose a location where the accessibility for others, where others can't go there so easy, is reduced. Yeah. So my indication, my proposal is you have to go out of the cities. So we are going to face a situation which never happened, at least in the last 26,000 years. Sounds a little bit crazy. Yes, I am crazy. But you will benefit from my craziness. Anna, sorry, Karina, what's your plan? What do you think what you will do now?
I am talking to my family, talking to the people who I love most in my life.
Yeah.
And I even talked to the eldest brother of mine, and all my family is sure of that the vaccination is going to harm us.
Yes.
And, you know, at least I don't have to fight this war anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And just like me, I needed time for all this information. I was at your seminar 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I needed time to understand. And I am sure now that my family will understand.
Okay.
The brother of my man died last Saturday. He passed away suddenly. And it is hurtful, you know, it's a brother. It was my brother. Yeah. And I know that the family value is my strength. Mm-hmm. And if I leave them, my life is not worth saving, because then I will lose my heart.
Okay.
And I told all of my brothers yesterday. It was New Year's. It was Christmas. We were all together, and even there, we were all talking about it. And of course, we were also discussing. We were getting loud and all this. And I understood that if they would understand the rules of Trivium, and that we have to use the the information of Sun Tzu against enemies, but not against our family, not against our loved ones.
Yes.
And my family is very special to me. They're the most important people in my life and my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see that they are aware, they wake up. And even though we don't have the time anymore to wake them all up,
Mm-hmm.
but if we are stubborn, if we take the courage and just keep on doing, despite everything. I'm sorry, it's a call coming in.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my plan. I'm doing it already.
Okay.
Something
So-
unexpected happened, never, but if something happens to
So the sound is just interrupted.
yeah, sorry.
So your plan is to stay in Hamburg?
No, I don't want to stay in Hamburg,
Okay.
but I will not leave until the last one will leave with me.
Okay. So you have a plan where to go?
You know, because it is about all of us.
Mm.
And if they are convinced that we have to go somewhere, we have to go out of the city.
Mhm.
It's going to be quick where to go.
You have to prepare your escape, your refugium. Yeah. So I think now it's a time to prepare that. And once again, I'm offering you the possibility to stay in this small village in Baden-Württemberg. Yeah. So
I appreciate that.
I'm offering that to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So you know, it's very useful to show your family this escape location. You have to create this this vision, not just flight, but you have to create this positive vision. This is the location we have to go. So it's not that you have to. Yes, you have to convince your family. Yeah, but it's much more easy if you show them where to go, and give them an indication about this plan, which I just presented you. So this is one step of this plan. That's not the total plan. Yeah. However, this total plan is not my plan, as you understand. It's a plan from a higher dimension. I'm just the translator. Yeah, and I tell you, it will work. So it sounds so crazy, so out of reach. Yeah, but it will work. And
You know,
the
even my extended family, my cousin, she had corona. She had serious corona. She felt very bad, but her kids didn't get it. And I was talking to her, and she said, "Still, I don't believe it's corona. It was just a flu. It was a like painful flu, very painful. I never had this something like that in my life, but I can't remember when I had flu the last time in my life." And then I told her about your theory and that the oxygen that is enriched in the patient's bodies 100%. And she was thinking about it, and all of a sudden she had a friend of a friend who died in hospital with this stuff. And then this friend started to researching and found this article on Focus. And even my cousin, like she was shocked that the things that I was telling her that you told, that it's really happening. I understand that people need, you know, kind of proof. They need to feel it themselves that there's something fishy.
but you know, getting the proof when it's too late, it's not very intelligent. Yeah.
I understand.
And what we have to do now, really have to cut down the consumption of bread and this wheat to zero. Because when we have a pneumonia or something like that, a flu, yeah, we our body does everything to get out the poisons, the dirt, yeah, the pollution. And the more we eat in a decent way, where we put the focus on nutrients and not on calories, the easier it is if you get something like flu. Okay, so extract yourself out of the city, choose a location where you go, but Hamburg is not a good location, definitely. Yeah, and so I'm quite sure when many of your family members start to go to this location, the others will follow. But you have to take a lead. Okay, so just Germans or those who are located here now in the area of Germany, Austria, apart from those Secret Service guys? Any questions? Anything you want to know? So actually today I plan to go forward with this Alexander Laurent thing and with the second interpretation of Matrix. But perhaps the group is too small.
Andreas, I wanted to talk to you about this because in the last days when I came back, I saw the interviews of Alexander Laurent, especially the matrix analysis.
Yes.
And he said that there are so many interpretations, analysis, where they focus on symbolism and, you know, spirituality, like they try to analyze Bible, not in the terms they use, but, you know, this analysis. But he said we should focus more on the interpersonal communication and connection between the characters.
Okay.
And I was, I'm now in the second part of Matrix, and it's really, really interesting the way he interprets it. And when you listen to his interpretation and then watch the movie again, it's like you watching a completely new movie.
Okay. Okay, so shall we start tomorrow watching Matrix?
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay. And interrupt when something special happens. Okay, so I have to get my hands on Matrix. Starting tomorrow. Okay. So I think that's all for today. Then we make a decision to start with Matrix and the understanding of Matrix tomorrow. My plan was going forward with this interview from Alexander Laurent. Shall we postpone it to tomorrow? So we postpone it and call it a day, as the Englishman is saying. Yeah? So I call it a day. Thank you. Have a big hug.
Bye.
I love you, Anna. Forever and ever. Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Good night.
Big hug.